Deviled eggs are a Southern tradition. You would find deviled eggs at Grandma's Sunday lunch every Sunday. Definitely a staple at holidays for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, New Year's, and almost everyone loved the deviled eggs. It's real simple. You got to decide how many you're going to boil. Bring them to a boil. Once they're boiling, you're going to simmer them. You're going to rinse them off just a little bit while they're still warm. You're going to peel them. And then you're going to split them in half and take out the yolk middle part. So that's going to be a brief video. This isn't long. So watch and see how I do it very quickly. Once you decide how many you're going to boil them in a large pot covered with water at high, and then once they're boiling, bring them down to a simmer and catty corner the top. Boil them for about 10 minutes, then you're going to rinse them off just so that you can handle them, and then you're going to crack them all. Once you crack them, you're going to split them and take the yolks out and put them in a large bowl and mash them up. And then I had right many to make because this was a donation for dinner that was going on. So once you chop up your yolks, I use Miracle Whip. You can use whatever you want to, but just carefully add it by tablespoon until you get it thick, where it mounds up like very thick mashed potatoes. You do not want it loose at all. See how thick it is? It stands on a spoon. Then you're going to add sweet pickle relish. I had to use right much. You want it to be probably a couple of tablespoons. I was adding more here because it was a larger amount. But just add it to your taste. And that's essentially what deviled eggs is. Whatever your taste is. I know some people that add powdered garlic. Some people that add onion powder. This is just the traditional simple way here. We're going to add a squirt of mustard for color and a little tanginess. That's probably no more than a teaspoon for a regular size. Here I'm adding probably about a tablespoon. We add salt and pepper, and I've used them with my pepper grinder and my salt grinder. And I think it's a little more pungent than just using out of the container. And here's the sugar. Grandma added a lot of sugar. I'm adding just a little bit. And then you're going to mix it all together. I thought maybe just a little bit more. I add a little extra pickle juice from the jar. I've got a little bit of homemade pickles that I use the pickles up, and I save the pickle juice, and I add a little bit of that. And I want you to see, when you stir everything up, you still want it to be thick. You want it to hold a shape. So I encourage you to add sparingly and stir and check. Add, stir, and check. I think I've about got it like I want it, and it's mounding up nice. So I think I'm going to get a little piece of it and taste and see what it tastes like. That's the final draw. Now make sure you're getting a clean spoon every time you taste. And then you can re-season as needed. That's pretty good. I think we're going to let that go. Let's get it in the eggs. Now, the traditional way of doing it, if you've got just a few to do, is with a spoon. You just easily put it in the indention where the yolk was. But I had to hurry up, so I used a piping bag with the end cut off. And you can't use a tip because the pickles would clog the tip up. So I got all that done, and now we're going to make them pretty with a little sprinkling of the paprika. And that is totally optional. That's just a traditional kind of thing, what we do. And I hope that this has been simple, and you have basically taken these ingredients and add them to get them like you want them. Now, I had to cover them up and put them in the refrigerator and take them the next morning to where they got to go. And I hope and pray they enjoyed them. Y'all take care. God bless you. I wish you joy in your upcoming holiday seasons. Thank you for subscribing.